The original Polynesian Spell was created at the Kahiki in Columbus, Ohio by Sandro Conti. Jeff Beary shared the recipe in his original grog log, and you can also find the drink in Beach Bum Remixed. That drink had grape juice, fresh lemon juice, triple sec, peach brandy, a sugar syrup, and gin. That grape juice, Jeff Beary points out, it's the purple stuff. But today, instead of making that one, we'll be making the Polynesian Spell number 2 from Kevin Beary at 3 Dots at a Dash in Chicago. The recipe is shared in Minimalist Tiki by Matt Metrick and Carrie Smith, and it caught my attention for the fresh green grape juice that it calls for. In fact, I bought green grapes now 4 or 5 times over the last 6 months in order to make this drink, and I just keep not getting around to it. They either go bad or my kids eat them all, but today we're gonna make it. Now there are several departures from that original, including the addition of pineapple juice using a cane syrup, and then swapping out the gin for a cachaça. For the Polynesian Spell number 2, you'll need lemon juice, pineapple juice, green grape juice, a cane syrup, and cachaça. All right, let's talk cane syrup because this does call specifically for petite cane syrup or petite corn syrup, which is referring to a commercial version of a cane syrup that is not the same as the cane syrup that I've made in the past or that most people make that calls for an evaporated cane sugar. The commercial cane syrups or petite cane syrups you can find are usually from Rum JM, Hamilton, or some other brands, and they're a syrup that's cooked down fresh cane juice. This comes back to there being no uniformity in terms for the most part. What person calls a cane syrup is different from another person, and I did not know this until just a couple days ago, but here in the United States, we even have a definition for cane syrup. It's concentrated cane juice from which no sucrose has been extracted. Weight is based on sugar solids contained. So even though we have some type of definition for the commercial stuff, it doesn't really matter that much because there's no standardized definition for the purposes of making cocktails. And there's not much commercial cane syrup out there anyways, and it's a little bit harder to find. But when it comes to your cocktails, you want to look at who made the recipe. In Ivy Mix's book, it's 1 cup of sugar to 4 ounces of water. If you follow Garrett Richards' cane syrup, it's 2 parts organic cane sugar to 1 part water. Now in this one, we know we want that petite cane syrup, but even so, I'm not gonna use this one because this has been opened at least 6 months now, and I don't quite trust it. So I'm going to be using my standard cane syrup instead, which is the same as the tropical standard version. It's 2 parts of an organic cane sugar or evaporated cane sugar to 1 part water. That means it provides a little bit more of that raw, grassy flavor, but it's not as strong as something like a turbinado or even a demerara. It's gonna be a lot weaker than those. Now the drink calls to be built in a hurricane glass and a swizzle, but I really like the picture in the book, which is different than the description, and it's in a stemmed glass. So I'm gonna be using the Hamilton Beach instead. Start with 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 2 ounces of green grape juice, and this is a great use of this juicer. You can juice pretty much anything. Half an ounce of our cane syrup, and 1.5 ounces of Avoir Amberana Cachaça. So there you go, the Polynesian Spell number 2. First of all, I'm not convinced at all that the picture in the book is this one, because it is so much different. But when I'm looking to make a drink, I often look at ingredients and see something like green grape juice, cachaça, that's interesting to me. But I also like pictures and recreating cocktails. And I just love the idea of tiki and tropical drinks in stemmed glassware. But if you look at that picture in the book, it kind of looks more like a Mai Tai than this. And especially there's not a lot of foam because of the pineapple juice, and color's a lot darker. Doesn't really matter because the reason I wanted to make this was because of the stem glassware and those green grapes. So let's try it. I needed a lot of green grapes, so if you're going to do this with more than 1 or 2 cocktails, you might want to buy grape juice, green grape juice. This is it's so different, and not in at all a bad way, just in a new and interesting way, where if I did not know there was green grape juice in here, or any grape juice, that wouldn't be the thing. I don't think I could identify that. There's just something different about this, and the cachaça, as well as the cane syrup, plays into that fresh sugarcane juice note. And the lemon juice is there. The pineapple juices there's like a little bit of pineapple juice flavor, just a touch in the texture. But the green grape juice is the wild card, obviously. And while there's a lot of juice in there, it's not too sweet. It's kind of light. The texture and everything feels lighter. It's not a heavy rum cocktail. If you're looking for that, this is like the opposite direction. And the green grape juice was like the big wild card. How's that going to work in here? What does that really taste like? Especially using fresh grape juice. And maybe that's a big difference here too, is using fresh green grape compared to Welch's green grape juice, which I can't even think of what green grape juice on its own tastes like from a bottle. I can think of like the purple Concord grape style, but it's new and interesting and a different flavor profile. It's so light, and it just has this great, unique, juicy quality to it. So it's a wonderful drink. If you have these things on hand, you should try it. Definitely needs that cachaça, because that sort of drives home that fresh flavor that they're going for in this one. And I like it. I'm going to drink this whole thing right now. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to this channel. If you want to support this channel more, go check out the Patreon page for more. And otherwise, see you in the next one.